Your adult child is not talking to you. Maybe it even feels like they have cut you off. That is what we're talking about tonight. I'm Jonathan. I'm a family therapist. I'm an addictions counselor. I am the host of this group. We are talking about when your adult child doesn't want to talk to you. Maybe even it even feels like they have shut you out. And I know that this is a very, very sensitive conversation, and I don't want anybody to feel blamed, right? Because that's not what I'm trying to do. But I am going to talk real about how to understand what is going on and what to do about it when your adult child won't talk to you. So tonight, I want to start with a question, right? I don't want you to think about your adult child. Not yet. Instead, I want you to think about somebody else in your life that you don't really enjoy talking to. It could be a coworker, it could be a relative, it could be a neighbor, an old friend. Just think of someone like if you saw their name pop up on your phone, you'd probably hesitate before answering, or you wouldn't even answer. Now ask yourself, why? Maybe it's because you don't trust them. Maybe you know they're going to criticize you. Maybe you know they're not really interested in understanding you, they just want to talk your ear off. Or they constantly interrupt you. Maybe they've already decided what you should do before you even finish explaining yourself, and they do that over and over. You know, every conversation might turn into advice or correction or a lecture. And maybe you just walk away every time you talk to that person and you feel worse than you did before you started talking with them, right? It might feel like they aren't talking with you, they're talking at you because they want something, right? They want to convince you. They want to change your mind. They want you to get you to do something. If you've ever had someone like that in your life, you probably don't look forward to talking to them, right? You avoid them when you can. Here's the question. If those things would make you avoid talking to someone, why would you expect your adult child to respond differently if they felt the same way? Now, before anybody hears blame in what I'm saying, let me tell you, that's not where I'm going. I am talking about human nature. Right? Human beings naturally move towards relationships that feel emotionally safe, and they naturally pull away from relationships that constantly leave them feeling criticized, judged, manipulated, or misunderstood. But here's where this gets complicated. Some parents have done a wonderful job at creating that kind of safety, right? And their adult child still doesn't want to talk to them. Why? Because sometimes they're not avoiding you, they're avoiding what they don't want to face. That's another part of human nature, avoidance of discomfort. They might uh, they might not want to admit that they're scared, right? That they're ashamed, that they're depressed, that they're using marijuana every day, that they don't know what to do, that they're gaming all night, that they don't believe in themselves anymore. They may feel like everyone else their age is moving forward while they are standing still, right? Sometimes silence is less about avoiding a parent and more about avoiding painful emotions. Sometimes it's easier to blame a parent than to face their own painful emotions. So, when you take those two things that I just talked about, when those two things come together, right? They are avoiding talking to someone they don't feel safe talking to, and they're avoiding their own shame. That's where I see families get really stuck in a painful cycle. So here's what I see happen. The adult child is overwhelmed, they're ashamed, they're anxious, they're avoiding taking responsibility, and the parent becomes understandably worried and begins to ask more questions, right? They're giving more advice. They're trying harder to motivate them, point out problems, but they're trying to help. And the more pressure that child feels, the more they withdraw, right? The more they withdraw, the harder the parent pushes. I don't see where either one is really trying to hurt each other in that moment. They're responding to the pain and the worry they're experiencing. But together, they create that cycle, right? And it leaves everyone feeling frustrated, disconnected, exhausted, even ashamed.